Fuck. What's up, y'all? It's your super villainy host, Seth Grimes, and yes, I have a monocle. But I'm going to take it out because it's going to be impossible to hold into my eye for this entire review. Welcome in. I am excited to talk about the Penguin series. This was a show that I was looking to skip, as a matter of fact, or at least put off till later. Maybe binge the whole season when all of the episodes are out. But I gotta tell you, even as a huge Batman mark, this is not a show that really super excited me. But... and especially after I heard, it's not really all that Batman-y. It's more of Sopranos, but with Penguin, a waddling Tony Soprano. But, oh my God, what a show. What a show. I cannot say enough good things about this show. The acting from Colin Farrell is superb. And it's not just, he disappears under the makeup and he does a good job of embodying another character. I mean, that is what acting is, isn't it? But it's the little ticks even. The little things. He's got that waddle and the way he laughs to himself, the way he says things. Like, look at that air freshener over there. That's a nice air freshener, isn't it? Or the Slurpees. You ever do the suicide? Can I say that on YouTube? It's the self-harm, the self-deletion version of the fountain drinks where you get a little bit of all of them. It's like, it's the best. It's not just the best, it's the fucking best, or whatever he says. Like, it's so good. I'm in love with this character. To me... and we'll get into some more of the finer details, and I'll try to keep this brief and not just ramble on and gush, because that's really what it would be. But I gotta tell you, like, next to Heath Ledger's Joker, this is the second best Batman villain of his entire rogues gallery ever put to film. Ever. The second best portrayal of any Batman villain ever put to film. And it was there. The look was there. The presentation was there in the movie, The Batman. But they flesh it out on this show. And it's so good. Penguin, it picks up right where they left off, right where the movie left off. The Batman, in the wake of the Riddler's terrorist attack, where he's flooded the city. Penguin's looking out that window. That's where it starts. He's overlooking the city that was damaged by the Riddler, and he's pissed off about it. These are not Superman or superhero villains that just, all love and respect each other and want to team up to take out the Batman. Penguin is upset with the terrorist attack that the Riddler did. He looks down on the Riddler because he loves his city. He's got respect for his city because he's the crime lord of the city, or the aspiring crime lord of the city. He's the guy moving all the drops. You ever take any drops? You just put a little, fucks you up, bro. I mean, I know the show paints drops in a bad light. It gives them a bad look, but I'm here to tell you, drops are the bee's knees, dude. You have not lived till you've done a few drops. I'm telling you. But Penguin's got this, pesky Falcone family, the big higher ups, the ones above, the ones running the entire scene in Gotham, and they're shutting down the drops business. So this was just as Carmine Falcone, who is dead now, his son showed up to the picture. It looks like Penguin was kind of raiding one of Falcone's offices, and his son, Alberto Falcone, shows up. And in the comics, he's like a big villain. He's the he's the holiday killer. Yes, for the long Halloween, he's a villain. But in this movie, in this show, he's dead as fuck. Spoilers, by the way. I should have said that at the beginning. There will be spoilers in here. This is only the first episode, though. He's dead as fuck. Penguin killed him. Alberto caught Penguin kind of sifting through shit in the office, and Penguin lied his way out of it, saying he was just getting some stuff for him, basically. Here you go. And they have a good long conversation all the while. Alberto's getting drunk, and he's getting fucked up on the drops. And then Penguin goes off on this little rant about how he sees, how he would envision himself essentially as the leader of Gotham, based on this Max, whatever the fuck guy. I forgot the name of the guy, but apparently he's a comic book character as well, an ex-mobster that I think Saul Maroni pushed out of the way. I think that's the lineage, right? It went from this Max guy to Saul Maroni and then to Falcone. So Penguin, is kind of just letting his guard down, I guess, a little bit. And then Alberto, just out of nowhere, he's having a good conversation and just laughs at him. Just like, is this how you see yourself? What a loser you are. And Penguin just fucking shoots him dead. Shoots, bang, 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 shoots him dead. And then he just sits back and laughs about it for a second, and then was just like, fuck. Because you can't just kill the son of the mob family. It's not a good look. So then he is trying to get this body out of this office, and upon doing so, and up into the trunk of his car, and upon doing so, there's a bunch of hoodlum kids trying to steal the rims off his car, which his car is sweet, by the way. They call it Plum. It's a purple car with like gold trim and gold rims and shit. It's a beast. Penguin busts off some shots at these kids, and they all scatter except for one. A kid by the name of Vic. And Penguin recruits Vic, basically forces him by gunpoint, essentially, to help him get rid of this body. And then after he does, he's getting ready to off this kid too, because you got to tie up the loose ends, right? This is the mob. You can't just let people that help you dispose of dead bodies go run free if they're not also in the mob, right? You can't force an innocent civilian at gunpoint to help you do dirt and then just let him just go free. So he's going to kill this kid, a teenage kid. And what I love about this Vic, by the way, is that it's the exact story of Robin. Is it Jason Todd's Robin? I think it's Jason Todd's Robin. It could be Tim Drake. The one that was a hoodlum that tried to steal rims off the Batmobile, I think, in the comics. And then he was recruited by Batman. So it's literally the exact situation, just on the heel end, the bad guy versions. And so Penguin gets rid of this body with this kid, but then he gets called up to have a meeting with Falcone's dad or something. I don't know. I always thought Falcone was the guy who ran the shit. Maybe he's just running shit for Gotham, and his dad, the higher ups, are more regional. I don't know. They didn't really lay that out. But apparently he gets called up to the higher ups, which is a mansion somewhere. And he speaks to the boss of the Falcone family, the head of the Falcone family, the old man. And he tells him, you're done with the drops. Quit selling the drops. But before Alberto was murdered, he spilled the beans about this new drug that's going to revolutionize the game. And Penguin just basically blurts this out word for word in order to save his drop business, because now he's the one running the drop business, right? But Alberto Falcone's sister, Sophia Falcone, creeps into the you see her, she's just a blur in the background, and she slowly creeps forward. She overhears old Oz Cobb, by the way, not Oswald Cobblepot. I don't care. This seems to be, people are pissy about this. I don't care. Look, man, when you change Penguin, we got a cartoon out there where the Penguin's been changed into a female with big floppy milkers, and that's supposed to be revolutionary. Oh my God, here's an idea. What if we take one of Batman's most famous, biggest villains and turn him into a chick? Do we need to do that? No, there's tons of female Batman villains. There's tons of them. a long list of female Batman villains that could all be portrayed in a cartoon or a film by a female without having to rewrite the book on things. But no, we had to change Penguin into a woman for the sake of doing so because of diversity and equity and inclusion, of course. Right? We can't have all of Batman's top villains be men. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Red Claw, Talia al Ghul, just to name a handful. Yeah, fuck them, though. They're not the Penguin. But I digress. It's just a name. Oz, I mean, his mom calls him Oswald. So Oz is just short for Oswald. And I think that's been done somewhere before. Right? People have called Oswald Oz. I'm okay with that. And Cobblepot, who cares? Apparently this was done just because Cobblepot sounds fancy. Like, an aristocratic. Penguin came from an upper class family, an upper class, parentage. But here he's a street guy working his way up. So they wanted it to be a little bit more dirty. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So now this Sophia Falcone chick thinks that Penguin killed her brother and is up to something because her brother's missing. We had this plan for this big drug thing, and then all of a sudden, he was gone. And here you are talking about this big drug thing plan that we had. So he's a little sus. So Penguin's got to mind his P's and Q's. He ends up gets taken out to a dinner, goes out to dinner with Sophia so she can kind of pick his brain more. And then she ends up kidnapping him because she gets an eyewitness that says that, she gets one of the kids that was trying to rob the car. She's like, yeah, your car. It's a big purple bastard. Can't miss it. Can't forget it. This kid says he tried to steal it outside of our club where Alberto was supposed to go, where he would have been last seen. Nope. He's lying. Penguin says, okay. Blows this fucking kid away on the show. Just killing kids here. I mean, he was a teenager, right? I'm sure he lived a good life up till he was 15 or so. Boom. He's gone. He's done. This Penguin, again, gotta think quickly on his feet. That's one thing they keep showing about him is he's able to talk himself out of situations. And he was just about to start being tortured when Vic, the kid that was taken under the wing of the Penguin, comes in to save the day because Penguin gave him a plan, came up with this master plan to frame the Maronis for getting revenge and killing Alberto. Vic went in, and I think I skipped over, Penguin went to meet with Saul Maroni and tried to get him on board with the, new drop business or whatever that he was trying to run game on. Saul told him to go fuck himself because we all know Penguin's a shady bastard. He screws everybody he works with, that kind of thing. But in a good gesture, Penguin gives Saul Maroni the ring that Alberto Falcone was wearing that was taken from Carmine Falcone after he died. I think it was in the office, and Alberto just put it on. But this was Saul Maroni's ring. And Carmine used to wear it around like a trophy, they say. So Penguin does a good gesture and gives him the ring back. But he's setting him up because now he's got evidence that he touched that dead body. That somehow, some way he's connected to that dead body. I mean, literally all he's got to say is Cobblepot gave it to me. Oswald gave it to me. But we'll see how that plays out in a future episode. So they crashed the car that they actually stuffed the dead body in. Victor and Penguin at the beginning of the show when they were hiding the body, they went to like a junkyard or whatever, and they just hid it in one of the smashed up car's trunks or the soon to be smashed up car's trunks. So Vic was to go steal this car with the body in it, crash it into this building where Sophia is kidnapping the Penguin and about to torture him. And with the trunk open, and it said, something about revenge. I forgot what it says exactly. Excuse me. I think it does say revenge, doesn't it? Something to that effect. To let Sophia know that payback. That's what it is. To let Sophia know that this was a hit, and then from the Maronis. And to do so, they even cut off the finger of Alberto that was wearing that ring, by the way. And it was like mob people do, right? They cut off the fingers. So they wanted it to look like a mob hit. So Sophia lets Penguin out because she got to go deal with this shit now. So for now, Sophia's still skeptical of the Penguin. But, for now, the Penguin is free. We get a scene with Penguin visiting his mom. He's trying to escape town. His mom's like, what are you, a little sissy bitch? Is that how I taught you to do shit? Was just run from your enemies? Fuck you. You killed that guy because you wanted to kill that guy. Now go take what's yours. So we have this origin story of this kingpin. And the show ends with this Victor kid being brought on board. Penguin's like, you know what? I'm going to run this town, and I'm going to take you with me because you earned it, kid. And they sit down and they enjoy the fucking suicide slushies. The self-deletion slushies where you get a little bit of every flavor, and it's the tits. And I'm sure I missed something in there, I think. Probably. I only watched it once. But goddamn, just everything. This whole thing. First of all, it does not need to be. I don't need Batman in all of my Batman adjacent content. I can watch a show like Harley in the Harley Quinn show. Is that Harley and Poison Ivy? Batman's not in that really. That's fun to watch. Like, I can watch content without Batman. I think that was one of the main criticisms is, they don't really even mention Batman. They don't really do any of that. But they don't need to because this story is interesting enough as it is. And it's not even that penguin-y, but I love the little penguin mannerisms. He's got the waddle, which he shows us because he's got a fucked up foot. It's all, don't look. Just close your eyes at that part. It's disgusting. But they show his mangled feet. He's got an umbrella like that doubles as like a weapon. I could have swore I saw an umbrella that was a sledgehammer. Maybe he switched. I don't know. But goddamn, he's got the umbrella anyway. He's the Penguin. He is the Penguin smoking cigars. He does a fantastic job. The acting is superb. And like I said, it's the little things. It's not just, it is the overall makeup. It is the overall presentation, the overall way that he carries himself. But it's the little ticks too. It's so well acted that, again, I stand fully behind saying that next to Heath Ledger, he is the greatest Batman villain brought to life on camera ever. Ever, minus Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger's still above him, in my opinion, but this is incredible. He should win awards for this. And I love the story of the reverse Robin. He's taking the kid under his wing. I didn't understand why when I first saw it, but I quickly, okay, I'm into this story. And I got to tell you, Sophia Falcone is terrifying. She had just come out of Arkham Asylum, apparently, and she acts every bit of it. She's crazy as all fuck. She's like the crazy chick times 10. Like, she's definitely going to be stabbing you in the middle of the night if you have a sleepover date with her or something. It's very possible you could wake up to her standing over you with a knife because she's a psycho. She's got these big bug eyes, and she's a creepy, effective character. So again, going back to we need to change Penguin to a female. You can do strong female characters without having to do them so heavy-handedly, so overtly, and trying to be so feminist about it. You can just say, she's the badass of this story right now because she's a badass and she's genuinely terrifying. So this story the show looks like it's going to tell the rise of Penguin from mob underling to the kingpin of Gotham, which hopefully leads right into the Batman 2, where I don't know if Penguin's still going to be a character. Maybe he'll be a background character. We just see a little bit. Maybe Batman's got to go talk to him to get some information out of him, and we get a cameo, but he's not a main character. I don't know that he needs to be a main character, but certainly he's working his way up to be the head of the mob for Gotham City. This show, do not sleep on this show. If you were like me and you're like, yeah, I'll just catch it when it's done and I'll binge, or I don't know how excited I am to see this. It's not really Batman-y. It's just another mobster show. I could probably put it off a little bit. Don't put it off. Please watch this. It's getting rave reviews, and I fully understand why. I really haven't seen too many people even say that much bad about it, other than, you know, people are salty that it doesn't feature Batman and that they changed his name, and all of that will go out the window within the first 5 minutes of watching. I promise. But that's just me, and that's just my opinion. This might be a good spot to wrap it up there. I just love this. I don't know if I'm going to cover every episode yet. I might. I just might. But I will certainly, if not, come back around at the end and do a series review. So either way, we will touch base on this again. But until then, peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes. And we'll catch you in the next video.